YouTube, welcome to Hoosier Life. Been a long time since I put up a video, and life is crazy right now. You know, it's in just about every area. Maybe we'll get into some of that, but I have a couple things I want to show you out here in the shop. Welcome to Hoosier Life, and I'm glad you stopped by. Hopefully you'll find something useful on this video for you and yours. So here we are. This is the beginning of December. I think it's the 2nd of December, and I live up in northeast Indiana. I think I've put some clips on about some of the snow that we've gotten in the last 4 days. I think we've gotten about 1.5 feet of snow, and I'm just not ready for that yet. And my wife and I are getting more and more specific about those conversations, like maybe we need to move somewhere, someplace warm where they don't get any snow. And I'm not even talking about the deep south. I'm just talking about someplace where I don't have to shovel snow. Messed up my back over the weekend. The weekend after Thanksgiving there, shoveling snow. We got about 10 inches of snow. I had drifts that were over 20 inches tall, and man, you gotta get it cleaned up. And I should probably get a snow blower or something like that, but Hoosier Life, I'm just too cheap. So anyway, speaking about being frugal, let me show you a couple things that I just picked up at Harbor Freight. And you know, I know people have opinions about Harbor Freight, but I just got a text from them. I'm in their inside track. I'm not sponsored by Hoosier Freight. Hoosier Freight, slip of the tongue. Harbor Freight. And you know, I'm not sponsored by anybody on my channel. I don't make any money on YouTube at all. So, but they had some Black Friday sales, and I don't know if they have Cyber Monday sales, but anyway, they send you a text, a link, you get a bunch of coupons, and if you're part of Harbor Freight, you know what I'm talking about. Well, one of the things that interested me, I'm all the time, you know, I do a lot of shooting and different things with firearms. These plastic ammo cans, they're not high dollar. They do have a little seal here. I think they're probably water resistant. They're definitely, I don't think they're waterproof. I think they call them the 30 caliber. Yeah, 30 caliber ammo cans. It's the smallest one they have. These normally run, depending on your store, my store has them for $5.99 regularly. Online, I think they're $6.99. They had a coupon to get these for like $2.98. I can put, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. I can get about 18 boxes of 9mm in one of these cans. And so if I buy in bulk, or if I, you know, just want to clean up where all my ammo is stored, I like picking these up, and they're really cheap. I buy them full price generally, but I had to go to the store for some batteries, and figured I'd pick up a couple of these. And while I was there, now with these, if you go Harbor Freight, you're going to need the coupon. This is the one item that I picked up that you have to have a coupon to scan. But another box caught my eye while I was there, and I think I have several uses for boxes like this. This is called their tactical ammo box. Kind of about the size of a tackle box, a small tackle box. And I picked this up. This is normally $11.99 at my store, if I remember correctly. And they had it on sale for $7.99. I think I'm going to go back and pick up a couple more just because of what's included. Now, for my AR rifles and stuff, you know, you got a lot of little parts and you know, springs. You're always doing something. I got external sights laying around, you know, little screwdrivers, Allen keys, Allen wrenches, stuff like that. Always got all these little parts, and I'm afraid I'm going to lose them. This box is pretty neat. Right up top here, see if I can do this. It's got a tray. You can put a lot of little stuff in there. It snaps, keeps it secure. This does open from the side like an ammo can. It also has a rubber seal there, so I imagine it's probably water resistant. Again, probably not waterproof, but it also has a tray. And I thought, man, that's perfect for a rifle. You know, you always got tools and stuff that are dedicated to your rifles and stuff. And I'm not even talking about ARs. I mean, it could be anything, like you're putting scopes on, taking scopes off, stuff like that. And then the capacity here in this box, that's pretty good size. In fact, I may pick up some of these for tackle boxes. And you know, you can stack them. Pretty neat. Again, they're $7.99. Let me see with the sizes. The dimensions are 15 and 7/16 long, 8 inches wide, 10 and 13/16 high. So yeah, it's pretty good size for everything you might be able to use. Now this says it holds 6 to 8 boxes of standard ammunition. I tell you, I can stand 9mm up here. I get 2 rows. So I'm like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and I think I can get another 4 or 5 laying sideways across the top. So I don't know what size ammo boxes they're talking about, but I definitely get more than 6 to 8 in there. And I do have a lot of bulk 5.56 and 223, and you know, a lot of that can go in here. Great if I'm just going to go to the rifle range. I can grab this. I don't have to pack, you know, my tactical range bag and all that. Anyways, I just saw those and I thought, you know what, that'd be a really cool thing just to make people aware of. I don't know how long those sales are going on, or if they're on sale at your Harbor Freight. But the coupon is good, and Harbor Freight's always got pretty good coupons. They're Hardy gloves, 40% off right now, and I use Hardy gloves. I think I got them out in the truck right now. I go through them, you know, and they're just a good work glove. They last, you know, I can get a year of hard work out of them before I get in holes and everything else in them. You know, I'm running my bench grinder or wire wheel or something, ripping them up. And I know they're less than 10 bucks, you know, without the coupon. 40% off, you know, you're only talking a few dollars. So stuff like that. They got picks. I don't have any hanging up there right now. Probably on my bench that I need to clean off. It's getting that time of year where I'm not spending a ton of time out in the shop. But yeah, they got all kinds of stuff. They got a moving blanket for under $10. I think it was around $7. I use those all the time you can protect furniture with them. If you're moving, you can use them. I've used them camping. They're just nice, heavyweight. I think I keep one in the truck all the time. All kinds of stuff. The terry cloth, I don't think it's terry cloth. These types of rags, this size, you know, they coupon, I think there's 4 or 5 in a package at like $1.98. Can't go wrong with that. I mean, I just use those things up and just throw them away, replace them. Sometimes, depending on the use, I'll wash them, but you know, it's just all kinds of good deals out there right now. And you know, I know this time of year we're tend to think about gifts for other people, and you know, if you have a member of your family that's, you know, out in the shop, or they work on firearms or fishing or automobiles, stuff like that, there's all kinds of things. I mean, you can use something like this for different automobile applications. It just helps organize stuff, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do with a lot of my items. I've spent last couple years going to a lot of estate sales, garage sales, and I've got stuff stacked up everywhere. You can tell, just look around me, and I just need to get it all organized. So I was going to the store to get batteries, and I saw those, and I'm like, yes, that'll work. So anyways, told you things are going crazy. Let me update you on some life matters. Some of you that have followed me for a long time, you know what I do. I work for the state. I investigate. Well, let me rephrase that. I now supervise a team of investigators that look into child abuse, things, neglect, things of that nature against kids. I was for about 8 years, I was up in Elkhart County, which is the next county directly to the north of Kosciuszko, which is the county I live in. And I transitioned out of that and became the director of the office, the entire county down here in Kosciuszko. And I did that for about a year and a half. And some things happened. There's a plan. I firmly believe there's a plan for all of our lives, and that plan sometimes does not line up with what I think ought to happen. And that certainly was the case in regard to my work. Some things happened, and they're like, we want you to go back to Elkhart and take over another team. So I did that. Kind of stung a little bit because I really enjoyed working in this office down here, and had a good group of people, but they're in good hands, and life happens. And I'm looking for that retirement. I've got not too long before I'm vested in my pension here, and that's the goal line right there, at this stage of life. And so I'm excited about that. Many of you who have followed this channel for a long time know I've got 5 kids. 4 of our kids were able to make it home for Thanksgiving this year, and really excited. All my kids are adults now, and that was fun. It was good seeing everybody. And even though the weather got crazy, me and my middle son, who lives in a major city to the north of us, he needed to catch a train to get back to Chicago, and so it's about an hour drive up to the South Bend Airport to drop him off on that South Shore train, it's called. And the weather, when you live around the Great Lakes, something that people in other parts of the country may not realize, when they talk about a lot about lake effect weather. Typically it's lake effect snow. We do get lake effect rain. But your weather is affected by the Great Lakes, and primarily for us, that's Lake Michigan. And just to the north of me, probably 5 miles, is US 30, the major east-west road. And that pretty much is the dividing line of whether or not that weather will come across 30. That lake effect tends to stay north there. And so we don't get a lot of the lake effect. Now, Elkhart County is up in lake effect country, so the weather may be good here. And when I'm driving to work, I may get stuck in some crazy weather going north. It takes me about an hour, 15 minutes to get to work. So it's about 40-mile drive. But anyways, so Thanksgiving night, my son's like, hey, the last train leaves at 10:40 in the evening. He's like, what do you think? Can you run me up there? The weather was starting to get, we were hearing the rumblings about the storm that was going to be coming through. And I said, yeah, man, let's give it a shot. So we head out, and it's dry down here. I'm heading across 30, and we're talking. I'm doing 75 miles an hour, just cruising along. Roads are dry. Got to US 31, which is a major north-south highway. Comes right up out of Indianapolis, all the way up into, it goes all the way up in Michigan. And turned north, and it was like somebody just drew back the curtain. And boy, the roads got bad in a hurry. I mean, icy. Like I was down to about 35 miles an hour. And even that was kind of iffy in some spots. We got a mile and a half from what we call the bypass. It's US 20, which would run me out to the airport out to the west of South Bend. And we were like a mile and a half from the exit, and state troopers shut down the highway. 2 semis had come together. It wasn't a collision, but they were coming up an overpass to kind of go over this road and going to continue on the highway. Well, coming up that road, they didn't have enough traction, and one of them slid off into the shoulder. The other one kind of came up right next to it. So it wasn't like a collision, but one was sitting in the number 2 lane, and one was on the shoulder. The state police were there. They had traffic snaking around those trucks, super slippery. People were just spinning their tires trying to get up that hill. Of course, that's making it just iced over. It's glazing everything over. And we were 4 cars back from those trucks when the troopers shut it down. And the reason why is because somebody didn't pull out far enough away from the trucks, and the overpass, and I'm exaggerating, but it's kind of at an angle. And when they started going across that bridge, of course it's iced over, and they just started sliding, and they just rested up against that tractor, and the trooper shut it down. This was at probably 10:15, and his train left at 10:40. We were pushing it anyways, and the trooper's like, we're shutting it down till we get tow trucks, get these trucks cleared out of here, and salt trucks and all that. We sat there for an hour and a half. I ended up getting back home. By that time, all the roads were bad, and I think it was like 1:45 in the morning. So kind of exciting. The next day, drove right up there. Beautiful sunny road. There's snow on the ground, but all the highways were cleared off, and it's just the way Indiana weather is. I can't stand it. So, but yeah, it was good to see all the kids. And other than that, things are going well. I didn't go into work today. I aggravated my back this morning shoveling snow. We got about 5 inches of snow last night. And, you know, I've got a bad back. If you've watched this channel, you know I've had several surgeries, and you know, it is what it is. Thankfully, I'm in a position where I can, you know, I've got time I can take, and I said, you know, I'm not coming in today. Just can't do it. I just spent the majority of the day just kind of off my feet, you know, heating pads, some medication, muscle relaxer, stuff like that. So, but things are going well. I think some of the last videos I may have put out, and I don't know if I even did this on YouTube. I know on my Instagram, where I'm much more active, I put out, you know, for those of you that knew, we had a German Shepherd, Gunny. We put him down this year. Things got real bad with him, and he was only about 5 years old. It was just so sad, but it just had to happen. I just couldn't bear to look at him. He was in so much pain and stuff, and he was blind, and there's several things that just kept getting worse. And we had put Gunny down. A week after that, my daughter's cat, which we've had for, you know, 10, 12 years, it was really odd. The night I put Gunny down, the dog and the cat never got along. I mean, they didn't fight each other, but they just never got along. The cat was being a cat and just didn't want to be around dog. That night, that cat cried, just yowled for all, I don't know, just like he just knew something wasn't right. Gunny wasn't there. About a day or two after that, he stopped eating and drinking, and you're just not gonna make it if you don't eat or drink. And it was about 5 days after I put Gunny down that he died in the basement. So I had to take care of that. So it's been kind of an interesting year, and we're wrapping it up. You know, 2025 been a year of change for a lot of reasons. But anyways, I don't want to end on that note. Just wanted to kind of hop on here, say howdy. This video went way longer than I thought it would. I just want to say howdy, show you some deals I got at Harbor Freight, otherwise known as Hoosier Freight, and just wanted to pass those along in case you're looking for something like that. If I don't make another video before Christmas, I just want to say to everyone who's watched these channels in the past, who's watching now, maybe this is the first one you've ever watched, I just want to say Merry Christmas to you, Happy New Year. I just wish the best for you and your families. So much has changed in people's lives. People I watch on YouTube, friends that I've made over the years, several of them now aren't able to make videos anymore. And it's just the way of life, you know. Live life to the fullest, you know, and enjoy every minute you have with those that you love. I think that's really important. And it's always just around these times of the year where we really focus on family and just focus on the things that are truly important. And I just want to say that I have appreciated each and every one of you. If you like the video, give it that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. You know, I do plan on getting some more content out. I got some ideas. You know that I do some woodworking. I got some things I got to get done, hopefully before Christmas. So maybe we'll see some videos there. Until then, you know, this is just how we do it in Hoosier life. So until the next one, y'all take care. Appreciate each and every one of you. Catch you on the next one.